Well, good evening, and thank you so much for joining us for another episode of What's Going On with Swagger. I am your host for the evening, Jennifer. I go by Jen Cares, and I am so excited about our guest on tonight. ShaRika is a seasoned registered nurse with over 2 decades of experience in nursing. Alongside her nursing career, she is a licensed esthetician, passionate about promoting confidence, health, and wellness. She has a deep rooted dedication to helping others look and feel their best. ShaRika combines her expertise in healthcare and aesthetics to empower individuals on their journey to holistic well being. So let's get into it. Good evening, ShaRika. We are so happy to have you.
Hey, Jen, how you doing, girl?
I am doing good. I'm excited. I got so many questions for you.
Okay,
I had my professional questions, but then I had like my personal questions because we get to pick your brain tonight. So that's really cool.
absolutely.
And you have over 2 decades of experience, so you know what you're doing.
I try to continue to learn, but yes, I love to learn. So, got a couple things under my belt.
Got it. So, friends, I have some questions prepared, but if you have any questions or comments or thoughts, be sure to drop them down below. Be sure to like, comment, and share because this is something that you want your friends to know about, okay? So, here we go. So, nursing, was that always the dream for you? Did you like, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to be?
So, when I was very young, I thought I wanted to be a pediatrician.
Mhm.
Then I got older and I realized how much schooling that was all about. And I was like, I don't know too much about that.
Gotcha.
And one of my grandmothers, I'm super fortunate to still have both of my grandmothers with me. One of
Mhm.
my grandmothers, she was a geriatric nursing assistant.
Okay.
And I would go to work with her. She worked evening shift, and I would go to work with her and sit with the residents. So I would, hold their hand or braid their hair. And back then in the 1900s, girl, you could basically come in and really, really help out a lot. So I was able to help
Mhm.
feed them and just sit with them, being a companion when their loved ones weren't there, or if they didn't have loved ones, I was their little adopted granddaughter.
Very nice, very nice. And I'm sure they made their day of having somebody there with them to love on them. Pretty
Yeah,
cool.
absolutely. So I was also fortunate enough to go to high school. So
Mhm.
that's why I have been a nurse for over 2 decades. My high school had an LPN program.
Very nice.
So I graduated high school at 17, and at the age of 18 that summer, I took my board and I passed on the first time.
Go ahead,
Um,
sis.
Girl, nothing but God, okay? But
Look,
yeah,
be grateful.
yes, definitely grateful. So I've been a nurse since I was 18.
Okay. Very nice, very nice. I'm grateful to have you in the field. I am a strong believer in knowing your lane. I can't do none of those things. Too much blood, I'm squeamish. But tonight we're going to learn about skin-ish. So what
Yes.
is skin-ish?
So skittish to me, the best way I can explain it, it's a lifestyle. So skin and confidence go hand in hand,
For sure.
and mental health with
Mhm.
skin and confidence, all those things go hand in hand. So
Mhm.
I really try to make it as holistic as possible. I am fortunate enough, again, to work in medical dermatology. And in medical dermatology, they stick to medical things.
Mhm.
So they may tell a patient, oh, it doesn't cause any skin cancer, or it's no harm to you. But that doesn't mean it's not a problem to me.
Mm.
That doesn't mean that it's not affecting my confidence. And if it affects my confidence, it affects my quality of life. So, skinish to me is a holistic lifestyle. It's not just skin on one hand, because we'll do chemical peels, we'll do facials, we'll do all those things to get your confidence on the outside together. But when you come to me, I want to know, what is it that you really want? Is it that you want to get up and go out the house with a flawless skin? You don't want to put on makeup, or is it that your partner is not paying attention to you like they used to? So we dive a little bit deeper, just getting past that surface level. Oh, I want you to treat my skin, but why? Why is this bothering you? How does this concern you? So we have some sessions, it's not a one and done with me, it's a process. So
Mhm.
that's skin. We deal with skin, we deal with confidence, we deal with health, we deal
Mhm.
with wellness, a little bit of skin, a little bit of fillers, a little bit of teeth whitening, All these things that Skinish will grow into.
I love it. I love it. I also like that you go a little deeper because if somebody comes to you and say, "Hey, I want to fix my skin," and then you fix what you think it to be, and then they still have that low self confidence or they still have that doubt, whatever is going on to cause them to first come, it's a
Right.
returning cycle. So the hope is to like hit it on the root of what is it that's going on, because
Exactly.
sometimes it's nothing. It's some affirmations. Somebody
Absolutely.
says, "You got this. You are beautiful," because people get excited to go underneath the knife, the cut, and things of that sort. And if you got the money to do that, if you choose to do that,
Hmm.
great. But it also changes. And if we change with a knife, we can't change it back, one. And then if it still doesn't hit the root, ugh,
That part right there. So yeah, my thing is really just going deeper than the surface level.
I love it. I love it. So, here comes one of my questions. You ready?
Okay.
Because I watch Dr. Pimple Popper sometimes.
Hmm.
And we talk about skincare. And growing up, I knew if I would pop it, I get a little mark. I did not like that. So, is it good or bad for us to pop our pimples?
So honestly, the answer that everybody expects me to give, I'm going to give. You should see a professional.
Oh,
Now, that may not be, feasible time wise, money
mhm,
wise, whatever the case may be.
mhm.
So for me, along with going deeper, I want you to be able to take care of your skin at home.
Yeah.
So, of course, see a professional because you could get in there a little deep and you may not realize that you're going so deep. And it may not actually be a pimple. It may be something else, and you could be working on something that ain't the answer to. So if you are home and you feel like it is something you're used to it, you have some acne or you have some other things going on, first thing I got to say is make sure your hands are clean. First thing is hygiene, hygiene, hygiene. So if you're going to go in, make sure your hands are clean. But of course, I'm going to say visit a professional, let them take care of it for you. That doesn't mean, though, that you won't get a mark, but they will know how to help you correct that mark.
I like that. I like the part of too saying like you might find something deeper.
Hmm.
So it's best to go to the doctor. Another part you said of the fee and things like that. Friends, we have health insurance if we're working. I hope
Right.
you get the health insurance, right? So you can ask your doctor for a referral to be able to go see a dermatologist. Is that the person we would go see?
As absolutely the person that you would go see. And some people, I try to make sure that people know estheticians and dermatologists get along just fine. We're
Okay.
good.
Okay.
So, we come from different levels of thinking. With
Mhm.
me, I'm right in the middle because I'm also a nurse.
Yes.
So I'm a dermatology nurse and an esthetician. So I see exactly where the medical side comes from, but I
Mhm.
also know where the cosmetic side comes from.
Gotcha.
Um,
So, sorry. So that's
so
the question. So would your health insurance cover to see an esthetician?
so if you have FSA or
Okay.
HSA,
Okay.
depending on the esthetician that you see, they may accept FSA and HSA.
Okay.
Guess who does?
Oh, ding ding ding! It's a winner.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. So that's good to know.
Yep.
Because again, if we want to get our face clean, one face cleaned up or skin, because is it just the face or is it all of our skin?
So you have to take care of all of your skin, in my opinion.
Mhm,
Most people are going to start with the face. It's the first thing everybody sees, right?
mhm.
But at the end of the day, your skin in general is the first thing that everybody sees. So you
Yeah,
really have to take care of it from the top to the bottom. Your
yes.
skin is including your hair, your skin, your nails, from the rooter to the tutor.
From the rooter to the tutor. Now, when you said the hair and nails, because like you'll see someone go to get their hair washed, you're like, oh, where did they get all that from? It's skin under there. So having to
Yes.
know that
Yep.
pretty
So that's why, seeing your beauty professionals on a regular, all that ties into healthy skin, healthy hair. It's all stemming from the same thing.
the more you know. We are learning some things today, friends. As we're moving into March 1st, and this is Women's History Month, we want to give a shout out to the ladies we just came out of Black
Yes.
History Month. So I want to mix the Black History with the Women's Month for just a second, right? Um,
Hmm.
because I want you to share some misconceptions that we may have about skincare when it comes to people of color, the Black and Brown communities, especially concerning sun protection, because spring is coming, okay? And skin cancer, we want to know how to protect our skin as we prepare to go out to the beaches, um,
Hmm.
be out in the sun.
Girl,
And
we love a festival.
we love a festival. And
Girl,
we
we love a festival.
ain't think about no kind of SPF. Is that what it's
Not
called?
at all.
Yeah, yeah.
Not at all.
Help us, please.
Absolutely. So, number one, you need to wear sunscreen 365 or this year 366 days a year. No matter what part of the country you're in, it doesn't matter if you're in Florida or in North Dakota. If you have skin, you need skin protection. If you have skin, you can get skin cancer. And also, you need to make sure that you're monitoring your skin. So, number one, skin protection. It's not only the sunscreen, but we'll start there. So, sunscreen, everybody knows it. You can get your own brand. We'll talk a little bit more about what Skinish is working on as far as that's concerned later. But SPF 30 or higher. A lot of things that people don't know about sunscreen is that you need to reapply it. You should be reapplying your sunscreen every 2 hours if you are outside. The other misconception, and I've talked to a few of my guests, I don't call my people clients, I call them guests. A few of my guests are like, well, I don't go outside, I work from home. And I'm like, oh, okay, are you in the basement? Are you in the basement, away from the windows? She's like, no, I'm in my sunroom, or no, I'm in the dining room. And I'm like, okay, do you have the blinds up or do you have them closed? UV rays are still coming in through your windows. So that is still what you need to protect your skin from. So sunscreen, hats, and it is more than just like a baseball cap to cover the front of your face. You need to cover your ears, so we can get stylish with it. But the hats that will cover, a wide brim hat is always great. What else? Your driving arm. Think about all that sun that's coming through on that side, that whole entire left side of your body.
Yeah.
If you are a passenger princess, which now I can be sometimes because my daughter's old enough to drive me around, you're going to put that sunscreen all over, but you have to think about, be cognizant of, this sun is really hitting this side. So you may get a sunburn. And yes, chocolate, brown, yellow, Black folks, we do get sunburns. We may not experience it as frequent or as quickly as our non-colored people, but it does happen. So with that, me working in medical dermatology, I have had in the last 30 to 45 days, 3 people of color, African American descent, with squamous cell carcinoma. That's a form of skin cancer. So it's very real. It does happen. And this is not information to scare anyone. This is awareness. The more we know, the more we can research, the more we can do to protect ourselves. And the thing that I'm really on a mission to just spread that awareness. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell the teachers, tell whoever you walk by, hey, you wear sunscreen? You should wear some sunscreen. So SPF 30, reapplying it. If you get in the pool, you get out the pool, the SPF is gone. The sunscreen is gone. You need to reapply it again. If you're outside sweating, it's coming off quicker. You got to reapply it. So get enough, a nice bottle that you can lather your whole body up with. But if you're going to be out at the Roots Festival, that's coming soon, or any other of our famous white parties and picnics, things like that, get a nice little travel size bottle of sunscreen to take with you.
So you got me want to reapply, because we think you put it on and be good. Like, a good lip, if it's a matte, it stays all day.
Right.
You're teaching us that I put it on and it can dry out. I have to now replenish.
Yes.
To make sure it's still doing its duty.
Yes. And so when we do this, I always suggest this, even with buying facial products from me, get a small size. Try it out.
Yeah.
See if you love it. See if you hate it. Don't buy a 3-gallon jug of SPF because you're listening to Skin Nurse Rika tonight and she's telling you that you and your family need to wear sunscreen. Get a small size, see how your skin reacts. Some sunscreens are on the oilier side. So if you have dry skin, it might work for you. But if you have oilier skin, it may cause some more breakouts and things like that. So get a small size, try it out for the family. Your skin needs may not be the family skin needs, but everybody does need sunscreen.
Everybody does it. All right, I gotta go buy me a small bottle.
Please.
Together and use trial size to figure out which one works best for me.
Yes.
I got you. Thank you. I'm going to do it because the more you can't say that you didn't know. And then if it happens, like, Skin Nurse Rika did tell me I didn't listen, and now I have to deal with the
Uh-huh.
consequences. So friends, please go and
Right.
get your safety trial size.
Please.
So, what are some practical tips for us with darker skin tones to protect ourselves from skin cancer beyond that sunblock protection? Is it something else we can do, or is that all we need to do and we're good?
So I would suggest seeing a dermatologist.
Okay.
Um, you wouldn't think, but a lot of people just don't go see dermatologists. We go see the primary care doctor. We go get our blood pressure medication. We go get our heart checked.
Mm-hmm.
We may have some other issues going. We can kind of keep up with seeing that provider once a year. We go to the dentist every 6 months.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a skin condition, it's good to get a baseline. Go see a
Mm-hmm.
dermatologist, find one that you like.
Mm-hmm.
If you feel like one is, not suiting your needs,
Mm-hmm.
there's a whole big old world out there. Go
Yeah.
find somebody else, but go see a dermatologist. If you don't have any skin concerns, I would say at least once every 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
You can go every year, of course. But outside of that, on your own, you should be doing monthly skin checks, just like we do our breast exams.
Mm.
And we are, checking prostate and things like that. And we're monitoring our weight. So all
Mm-hmm.
these other things that we are doing, skin is so, so, so important, and it needs to be
Yeah.
nurtured and taken care of.
Yeah.
So at home, skin of color, we have what we all usually call moles, oh, I have a
Mm-hmm.
beauty mark. My grandmother had them. And,
Yeah.
I'll keep this forever. That's fine. That's
Mm-hmm.
completely fine. But just make sure that that is what you think it is.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Um, DPN, dermatosis papulosa nigra, I treated mine,
Mm-hmm.
my language. I treated mine and I no longer have them. I may get more. I have a
Mm-hmm.
few, on my neck, they're hereditary. And
Okay.
I wear chains. So they may come with more friction. But make sure that is what it is. Like we talked about the pimple.
Mm-hmm.
Before going and doing your own little mini surgery at home, make sure that, I didn't get anything the first time, nothing's coming out of it. Don't keep on manipulating that area
Yeah.
because you're going to end up with something that you don't like. Don't
Right.
like. So dermatology visits and monitoring and paying attention to your skin at home.
Mm. So you share for our ladies, but brothers, you also want to check your skin too. You know.
Absolutely, because under our beards, even if they are clean shaven, they'll may
Mm-hmm.
get a hair bump, things like that. And
Mm-hmm.
with people of color, our skin is a little more coarse. So what's happening with their hair bump after the shave, and women, we get this, in intimate areas as well. Once their hair is ready to come back out of the follicle with the density and the coarseness of the hair, it's curling back into the follicle. So that is what's causing those bumps. So there's so many treatments, but you have to monitor it. And what I have found with my 3 skin cancer patients of color is that they've all said the exact same thing to me and the doctor. Oh, it's been there about a year or so or longer. Why? Why? And to share this part of the story, I had one of those patients. She had squamous cell on her eye, right at her eyelid, and she let that grow for over a year. And then she had another area on her body, an intimate area that she continued after that one was treated and taken care of. She let that one do the same thing 4 years' time. And
Oh.
she said to me, I said, well, how come you did this a year again? Why did you wait this length of time? Because I have to know, you know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
just need to understand where you're coming from. It's no
Mm-hmm.
judgment. I just
Yeah.
want to understand your thought process. And she said, I really just didn't want you guys to tell me that it was skin cancer.
Mm.
So she waited a year, and unfortunately, that one as well. So she's a 2-time skin cancer patient,
Wow.
woman of color, African American woman.
Friends. So Skin Nurse Rika shared about us going to the doctor, getting our blood pressure checked and things like that. And I hope we're doing those things because some of us don't go to the doctor like we should. But if you are seeing something or feeling something that is, causing you some alarm, it is best to go ahead of time, which leads me into my other question of like that early detection, like as soon as you see it, as soon as you feel it and it seems a little off, how often or how quick should we run? And what are some good questions for us to ask when we're trying to find out what this is and if it is, something to be looked into further?
Okay, so typically there's really no time frame that I can give on that. So if something is not setting right with you, go. If it popped up yesterday, I mean, it's probably most likely going to be a week or so before you can get an appointment. But if it does not sit right with you, go. I would say, in general, we may see something and like we talked about with the pimple, we may think we're taking care of it. But hey, if it keeps coming back after 3 months, what is this? Is it somewhere else on my body? Did my mom have this? Did my mom have this? Did my sister? Some of us, we unfortunately cannot go back to our family history to get those answers. And to be quite honest, how much do us, that actually do have a family, how much do we talk about all those medical things? We don't usually sit and talk about that at the Thanksgiving table. So professionals are there for a reason. Utilize the professionals. On my nursing and esthetician side, I can't diagnose anything because I'm not a provider. But I've been fortunate enough to assist in finding a skin cancer, a basal cell carcinoma on one lady years ago. Her daughter thought it was a pimple, and it was right there. She was a fair-skinned Jamaican lady, so nice, so beautiful. And her daughter came to me and she said, "I think it's a pimple." And her mom was a nurse. She says, "That's foolishness. This isn't a pimple. I just don't want it to be cancer." So after that visit, I said, "You have to go. It's been here too long." It wasn't a mole that she's had since she was, a child that, it's been there forever. It was something that kind of popped up and it just sat there and it got bigger and it started to change, but slight. But this is the time that you have to go. I don't have the exact history on how long it was there, but it had been there for some time and it was changing. So you have to go. Like I said, even if you go now, you don't see anything on your skin, go find one, get a baseline. Get a baseline. And we love to have our nails and things done like that. But with people of color, the palms and the soles of the feet is where we find the um, more dangerous form of skin cancer, melanoma.
Okay.
So that is extremely, extremely important.
Mm. So, friends, we have to pay attention to our bodies. We could tell if something new comes up, just like we feel like, oh, as you get a little older, you're like, oh, that's a backache. We're getting older. It's
Right.
just cool with us paying attention to, the visual pieces of our body to see, oh, that looks a little off.
Mm-hmm.
Which leads me to another question, right?
Uh,
Because we are the kings and queens of putting a concoction together to make it work. And I love my big fat Greek wedding, but they put Windex on everything. And I don't know.
everything.
And Windex can really help everything. What's your feedback on us self-medicating, self-treating? What's some guiding principles for us to use? Because sometimes we can mess up
Mhm.
and do worse than what the professional can do.
So I'm going to give you the now skin nurse Rika answer.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do
No
that.
Windex. Got it.
But I'm gonna tell you the real skin nurse, before skin nurse Rika was skin nurse Rika. Yes, because that's what we did. That the grandmother put some what's that pink stuff that we used to have?
The calamine
Chicken
lotion.
pox.
Oh, I'm not sure that.
Yes, girl,
Calamine lotion.
calamine lotion. Put some
Yes.
calamine lotion on, it'll be fine. So, it's gonna happen. The reality of it is that we're going to try something at home.
Mhm.
Whether it's shea butter, whether it's cocoa butter, it's gonna happen.
Mhm.
It's gonna happen. Reality, where I like to stay in my lane of reality. Once you find that that has not worked, give it 2 months. I'm not gonna tell you, you know, because I'm not gonna have your grandmother coming after me, jail, after she told you to put some Crisco on your knee.
Yes.
After you put that Crisco on your knee for 2 months and it's still whatever it was before you started doing that, go
Yes.
see a dermatologist.
Yes.
Go see a dermatologist.
Please, please, friends,
The
let's
Skin
just
Nurse
go
Rika is here to tell you, go to the dermatologist right away.
right away. Awesome. What are when clients do finally come and they find out the good, the bad, the ugly, all that in between, what do you say is the biggest challenge that you have to help them to then share that news with somebody else? Because like once I learn, the hope is that I teach somebody else, right? And I hope that
Mhm.
those that are tuned in, they might be like, "Ah, Sue, that's been there for a while." And I was watching Skin Nurse Rika say, "You need to go get that checked out. Don't put Windex on it. Go get checked out." What are the challenges that you've seen to help us debunk that to be able to help and support our family and ourselves to really get checked out when we need to?
Honestly, education. Honestly, education. So at my medical dermatology job that I have, I literally talk to every patient, on the panel that I see. I try to speak to every one of them. One of the doctors that I work with, um, she always says she ends her visit with sun protection is 365 days a year. The sun is most sunny. I can't think of the word right now, but the sun is strongest. The UV rays of the sun is strongest between 10 and 4. So she ends her conversation with every single patient that way. And the thing that I can really say that changes it is education, because even the Caucasian folks, so they'll say, well, no, I wear sunscreen now. But that accumulation over time, when you were a little boy or a little girl and you were at the beach and you were at the pool, all summer, that's when that started to change your skin cells, and your skin cells started saying, oh, hey, I don't like this and I'm holding on to this. So education, um, awareness, education, and having somebody that is going to support them in that,
Mm-hmm.
not being on that journey alone. So if that's another member, girl, we should um, put some sunscreen packets in our family reunion bags this summer.
Mm, good idea.
It takes one person to say, oh, I watched this nurse on Swag Her, and
Mm-hmm.
she kept on talking about skin cancer and Black
Yeah,
people can get it. So
yeah,
it's really about education. Um, and we love a good search engine.
yes,
So,
yes,
we may not readily find that information there because I feel like it's really being brought to light now, but
mhm,
not even enough still.
yeah,
It's still not being brought to light enough. So that is my mission. Like, that is my mission. If I can tell somebody at the gas station,
yeah.
hey girl, you beautiful. You wear sunscreen? No, what's that?
Mm-hmm.
Sunscreen. If it goes in one ear and out the other, maybe somebody else who was standing on the back end heard it.
Yeah,
But she may think about it
yeah,
2 months from now, or she may see something else. So you know how when you buy a car, you
mhm,
keep on seeing cars that's like it. You may
yeah,
keep on hearing the same thing over and over again,
yeah.
and it may click. So education, awareness, try it out. It can't hurt. Put you some sunscreen on, get you a nice hat. Yeah.
Gotcha. I got my homework. I'm about to go buy me some sunscreen lotion because I want to promise that I put on it several times a day to make sure I'm letting it work for me so that I don't.
Yes, exactly.
What would you say has been your greatest success story since being in this field?
So I would honestly have to say that very first guest of mine, it was outside of medical dermatology work. It was someone who was laying on my esthetician table, who came to get a facial and who had a question and said, my mom has this pimple. That lady I was just talking about. Honestly, that makes me feel the greatest to know that, hey, I pushed the issue, and I would text her, hey, did you go to the doctor yet? And a couple things happened in between. So that doctor's appointment kind of got pushed out, over some time. But when she finally went, she said, I'm so happy you told me to go, because this is what it was. And we found out that it was a basal cell carcinoma and things like that. So that is something that I will always, always, always remember as a shining moment for me. Because it's deeper. It's more than just having that beautiful, flawless face, it's deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good because makeup can cover up a lot. You know, they be like, oh, they beat to the guys. And then you look at some of these videos, you're like, oh, it's covering up.
Mhm.
But we want to be able to treat what's under because then we might not need as much makeup. It might just be a little concealer
Absolutely.
here, a little blush there, to really, again, treat that undercoat.
Yeah, so I like to work with makeup artists as well,
Hmm.
just on a referral basis, because if they have a nice canvas to work with, it
Hmm.
makes their job so much easier.
Yeah.
It makes you get out of the, off that MUA appointment much quicker so you can go on with your day and your makeup lasts longer.
Hmm. Hmm.
Your skin is healthier. You have that nice oil and water balance that people don't really talk about. So set your canvas up
Gotcha.
because, baby, these high definition screens that's out here.
Tell your business.
Oh, all your business. I was looking at one of the news ladies and I was like, oh, okay, girl, it's all right.
Yeah, I went to the matinee business. You went with some movies, and you again, we just want to take care of our skin, and the hope is that somebody hears and shares. Hey, this is what you want to do. This is who you want to go see, so that you get that help and support.
Yes,
What are some other things we can do? You said water. Is like drinking water. Does that help us? What are some natural things we can do? Um,
absolutely. So drinking water, absolutely. You always want to have that healthy balance. So that holistic part.
mhm,
Um, you know, doing facial exercises. My mom used to do this when I was little, and I used to be like, "Oh, she was strange." And let me say this too, honey. Black is cracking. I
mm.
hate to be the bearer of bad news,
Oh, you just hurt
and
my heart.
I'm so
Bitch,
sorry.
I want you to tell me the truth, so I thank you. I take it. I don't want mine to crack, so I'm gonna listen. What you
Baby,
tell
I'm trying not to have mine cracking either. But
me?
it's the things that we eat.
Hmm.
We really have no way around it. We have to consume what they give us
Yeah,
to
yeah,
purchase and to,
yeah,
prepare. And then just the environment is different.
yeah.
The buildings, the automobiles, the ozone layer, all this stuff, the
Mhm.
soil that our vegetables are growing in.
Yeah.
All those things matter. And I'm going to name drop because I love her so much. And I hope she sees this. Tabitha Brown, girl, skin is
Mm.
everything,
Everything.
everything, but she's vegan. Some of
Mm.
us aren't ready to be vegan yet. So drinking
Mhm.
your water, getting in some exercise,
Yeah.
making sure that you are protecting your skin from the sun, because
Mhm,
all
mhm.
that stuff that's happening, the skin cancer, the wrinkles, all that stuff is sun and just, overall protection of your skin.
Yes. Friends, there are some things that we could do. She is preaching, and I want to make sure that we're listening because, we could be a good amen crowd and people
Okay.
walk away and be like, this is what I'm going to do.
Right.
We have to pay attention to what, the words that are given to us to really help us. At least try it. She said 2 months, 1 month. Try it. See what it does. What's the worst it could do if we drink a little bit more water, a little less soda?
Yep.
You know, got
And
it.
now's a good time. It's Lent.
Yeah.
Now's a good time. And I think Ramadan
Mhm,
is
mhm.
also going on. So it's a great time to
Yes.
try sacrifice.
Yes.
Try sacrifice.
Yeah. And it's for your benefit, so why not,
And
right?
it is for your benefit.
For your benefit.
Absolutely. Thank you for adding that.
Yeah.
Very important point.
To others that are maybe in the makeup field or just thinking about what kind of medical field they want to go into, it's like, this is interesting. I can learn about skin. What words of wisdom would you give them to encourage and inspire them to go forth in this?
So I would say, to be honest, and this is wild. So I've been a nurse since 1999, right?
Hmm.
So what's that, 25 years this October.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So dermatology is the thing that I never knew that I would fall in love with. I have been in geriatrics, I have done med surge, I've done computers,
Yeah.
informatics, all these things in nursing. But this place right here
Hmm.
is just like, okay, God, I hear you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I couldn't have asked for this. This
Yeah.
is his orchestration.
Mm.
So if you want to explore nursing for one, it's so many things that you can do. It's so many things that you can do. I want to almost say it's limitless.
Mm.
And the beauty of it is you can do it from anywhere in the entire world.
I love it.
For esthetician, also something that you can do from anywhere in the world. And it could be, far expanding as well. So you
Mm-hmm.
could work on the movie set. You can be like one of my mentors was Michelle Obama's esthetician
Yeah.
before the Obamas were the Obamas, Joelle Lee.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She probably never dreamed that she would be the first lady's esthetician, but
Yeah.
she was. They were friends before. So it can take you to so many different places. You could work on products, you could work on education. Um, you can be an advocate. You could be that face that somebody needs to see. So it's so many things that you can do in nursing, so many things that you can do as an esthetician. If you want to try this, I pretty much am an advocate. I think you'll love it because there's so many things that you can do. But give it a go. Can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong. I love it. And when I think of swag, like it has a confidence. So when you are in your zone, in the thing that you are gifted and talented to do, and it brings you joy, you got this confidence. So it is swag her. And it's like, how can I swag her like her? How can I have that swag, and that confidence to be able to get out, and to come on like a platform like this, you could be nervous and things, but this is your lane. You could do this sleeping, eyes closed, cooking.
Yes.
Comes natural to you. And when you find that, whatever it is that brings you that joy, friends, hold on to it. If it's, dermatology and being an esthetician, rock out and do it. I
Mhm.
also like, because my friend shared earlier about therapy, and I'm all about normalizing the importance of us addressing mental
Yes.
health. Again, when it's in your nature, you just flow with it. So it doesn't hurt to try whatever your dream is to do. Age has no limit either. People
That's
are
right.
graduating every day, trying new jobs every day. So make
Every
sure you
single day.
what you like, what you like. Yes. What is the future for Skinish? Where do you see it going?
Girl, so right lately I have just been
That
having
that
all
you
these
can
epiphanies.
share. Polls that you can share. Because I don't also want you to put your dream out there and somebody try to hate on you because we're gonna stay swaggish over here, okay?
That's the one. That's the one. So
Go.
I'm glad you reminded me of that because girl, I was about to run.
You was ready, I saw it.
So lately I have been just having all these epiphanies. So one that I will share is that this skin cancer thing is really important to me. So I just want to bring awareness across as many platforms as humanly possible. And I'm glad that you asked about the whole nursing and esthetician thing if you want to try that, because my hope is that in the next few months that I'll be able to work with my hometown Baltimore, with their recreation centers, and just speaking to young folks about nursing, and if they want to talk about being an esthetician or the different ways that it can go. That's one thing. I love a community event, so I have a young lady that I've been partnering with, um, where I'll do more aesthetic things there. But on my own, I want to do some aesthetic things, but I also want to bring that holistic approach. So biometric screenings, getting some blood pressure checks, getting your blood glucose monitored, and knowing exactly what does that mean for me. Just because we see this number on Google or any other search engine, it says, oh, this is the perfect blood pressure. But
Mhm.
what does that mean for you? Do
Yeah.
we need to change anything, or are you in the right lane? Is, what you're doing, you can continue with. So health screenings, um, some things that I want to, what's the right word? Dedicate to my grandmothers. So
Yes.
I'll leave that there.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, I just really want to focus on awareness, to be honest. So please keep in contact with me. I'll have a number that people can sign up and get some monthly information posts from me just
Mhm.
about, hey, did you do your skin check? Did you find anything? This is what you can do next. Just to encourage, because we have to look out for one another. Um, we're here for a reason.
Yeah.
We need to stick around as long as humanly possible to get our mission completed.
Mhm.
So, and it's growing and doing big things. And I want to shout out my other mentor. Her name is Candace Holyfield Parker, who told me about Swag Her and that, this is a great platform. So I'm a
Yes.
part of one of the largest Black and Brown beauty organizations that focuses on building and scaling your business. It's called
Mhm.
um, the Black Spa Expo. She holds one
Yeah.
every single year in Atlanta.
Very nice.
So Six Figure Spa Chick is her Instagram handle. Check her out.
Yeah.
Joe L. Lee, my mentor, who teaches me all the esthetician things that I need to do to treat skin of color safely,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
safely,
mm-hmm.
safely, safely,
Yes.
effectively. Um, so yeah, I'm a continual learner. So it'll be more things as time goes on.
Yes. I love it. So, to the things that you didn't share that are desires for you to continue to
Uh-huh.
do, keep going.
Thank you so
Keep
much.
going. May that first client that you have continue to be that inspiration of
Oh,
knowing
thank
that you are
you.
making a difference. Just how you glow and how you're sharing tonight, I thank you. Grateful to the person that connected you with Swag Hurst that could come on and tell the
Yes.
story. It's so important. So I thank you for that.
Thank
Is there
you.
anything else that you feel like you want to let us know before you go? I mean, we do have the Instagram friends. Do be sure to follow her on Instagram, ShaRika, Skinish Nurse Rika. And I've also shared the website. So, you stay in the know. You find out if it works for you, if it doesn't work for you. But we can at
Absolutely.
least
And
try.
we can yes, we can also stay in touch if you all would text skin check, all one word to 833-659-7047. 833-659-7047. Look out for skinish.com. It is coming soon. It's under works. I am located in the Baltimore, Maryland area, Owings Mills. Thank you so much. And Owings Mills to be exact. So
Mm-hmm.
look out for things that we are doing. If you have any community initiatives that I can help with, please let me know. Send me a quick DM. If you're not a texting person, you can also send the word skin check to me in my DM on Instagram.
Yes, I love it. Friends, we have our homework. We want to get some some sun block. You want to use
Yes.
it often. If you're driving arm, if you're a princess driving
Yeah.
first, make sure we're covered. That we're going to get our checkups as we should because it's helping us to combat something that's trying to get even worse. We want to get it before it gets there. And reaching out if you have questions. Skin check to
Yes.
833-659-7057 and you find out. See if it works for you.
Yes.
This was really cool. Again, we thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
coming on.
Jen.
For what's going on. You got some good stuff going on. I'm
Thank
excited to
you.
continue to see what you got going on as I followed you earlier. So yeah, keep up the good work.
Thank you so much, Jen. You have made this completely seamless for me. You made me so comfortable. So I appreciate you so much.
Anytime. Thank you, because you got on my toes. But I'm gonna listen. Drink my water and go get me some
And
sun.
clean them fingers if you're gonna do your own treatments at home.
Please clean your fingers. Clean your fingers, please, friends. Let's clean our fingers. This is really, really great. Friends, be sure to share this live because there's some good stuff that was shared. And the spring is coming. We want to make sure that we are ready. We want to make sure that we beat to the guys, but underneath we good if it comes
Okay.
off. Okay? So, friends, let's do it. I love it so much. May y'all have a great evening. Be sure to again, follow, swag her. So, when we're going live again, when we have something new coming, because there's always something new, because there's always something good going on. And we are honored to be able to share it with you. So, I hope you have an amazing weekend and an amazing rest of 2024, being mindful of our skin and making sure our hands are clean. Yeah, have a good one. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Bye.
right.